Hey folks, welcome to Economic Observations. My name is Chris. Today is the 20th of June. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. Hope you enjoyed the day with your family. Today we are going to talk about restaurants. We're going to talk about the cost. We're going to talk about what some restaurants are doing with their employees. And we're going to talk about the inevitable closure of some of those chain restaurants that you can find anywhere. Anyway, once again, this video is sponsored by the Tanzania School Foundation. There are links in the description below in which you can help support. Thank you so much. The organization is near and dear to me, and they need help. Anyway, let's get started. On Monday, I met a friend for lunch, and I'm not one to go out for lunch and have a sit-down meal. That's just not my thing. I just grab an apple or an orange along the way, and I'm good, but it was somebody I met at an event, and she wanted to talk about business opportunities, so we met for lunch. She chose the place. We went to Legal Seafoods. It was lunch, and I ordered a garden salad. The garden salad was small. I mean, it was a little small bowl, right, with just some tossed greens, some cherry tomatoes, and I added 4 scallops on top, right? Grilled scallops, oil and vinegar, and that was my lunch. And I had a glass of water. So I didn't even have a drink. There was no dessert. There was no appetizers. There was no nothing. A garden salad. And if I tell you it was a skimpy salad, it was a skimpy salad. We had separate bills. She got her check. I got my check. And the bill with tip came to $30. $30 for lunch. That is absurd. I mean, how many people can do that every day or multiple times a week? If that was lunch, I'd hate to see what dinner would be. Anyway, I don't waste money on food like that generally. I like to cook. I eat at home, and that's it. Or I bring my lunch with me if I'm going out for the day. I don't go out to these places. Anyway, Legal Seafoods, a little garden salad, $30. I was listening to this chef in New York City. Her restaurant finally reopened. It's going well. They are busy. They took loads of loans and PPP, and they are hoping to repay it all back within 5 years. So God bless them. They're trying to catch up on all their expenses, and thanks to these government programs, they were able to do that, but now they have this debt. Anyway, one of the things she was talking about was they are getting rid of tipping. So they are taking all of their wait staff and all of the staff that's on like a meager minimum wage, and then they make tips, and putting them on salary, right? Or they're putting them as a paid employee. So they're now getting $25 an hour with no tips. They raised the prices on their menu to cover the difference. So now the menu has a 25 or 30% increase, and they are able to pay their staff a decent wage. And along with the wage comes medical insurance, vacation time. Like they're on the payroll now, like as an employee. So tell me what you think of that. Would you go to a restaurant and be willing to pay the extra 30% in the bill knowing that you don't have a tip? Would you still be inclined to want a tip? Is it a cultural thing that's what we do in America and that's what you'd want to do? Do you think the service would come down? So if an employee is not working on tips anymore, would they still be inclined to give you the service that you were used to? I don't know what, let me know what you think. But they're trying this in multiple restaurants across New York City. So let me know what you think. Would you go? Would service be altered? Would you still be inclined to want a tip? Anyway, with that said, and these restaurants in New York going in one way, there are numerous chains that are closing stores all across the country. So first we got the Cheesecake Factory. They have not paid their rent in months. So the Cheesecake Factory is hurting. Revenues are down, and they will be closing stores without a doubt all across the country. How many are going to remain open, and will the one by you remain open? Who knows? But something to look out for. IHOP is closing over 40 restaurants because people want healthy choices. They don't want a big greasy breakfast anymore, something calorie heavy. People are opting for oatmeal or a smoothie or just a bowl of cereal. And IHOP is suffering. Taco Bell is closing stores and having drastic menu changes. Chili's rebranded with a new menu during the pandemic, and they lost more revenue than anticipated. Sbarro, you know, that pizza joint you find in malls or in rest areas on highways, they are closing some restaurants. Red Robin's net income is down 90%. Locations are closing soon. Burger King is no longer the king. They have 17,000 restaurants. Over 250 are closing their doors. Applebee's closing many locations. Friendly's closing more locations, and they already filed for bankruptcy and reduced the number of their locations. Well, more are closing now. Ruby Tuesdays, Fuddruckers, Quiznos had 5,000 stores at one time. They only have 800 left. But O'Charlie's, I guess it's big down south and in the Midwest, 8 locations shut down in Florida in one day. That's right, 8, gone, one day. But Boston Market, Pizza Hut, TGI Friday, Olive Garden, Roy Rogers, Subway, Outback, and the list goes on and on. All of these restaurants, they are closing some doors near you soon. The choice might be limited. There might be new restaurants coming in where some of those went out, but it's going to take some time. But who knows? Restaurants run on very small margins. And I can understand why all of these big chains, and I just read half of them. I mean, there's another half that I failed to mention. Anyway, that's the booming economy that we're having, folks. So more people will lose their crappy jobs, while others can't find workers to be in those jobs. Like, look, United Airlines is having a really tough time. They need baggage handlers and they need pilots, and they canceled thousands of flights this weekend. Anyway, we're not done with this, and when people say the economy is booming in their state or the economy is booming everywhere, it's a lot of BS. We're in for more fallout, and this is just the beginning. Just wait and see. All right, folks, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you. I will talk to you real soon, and have a great day. And don't forget, hit subscribe or give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much.